it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. And we're zooming in and focusing in on a great and very frequent viewer question that we get in. And that is how to kind of break free of the ruminations or just kind of negative thought patterns. And it's really the improvement of self-communication which you really need to look at. And when we look at self-communication, this is very deep stuff. But when it comes to healing through emotional wounds, that is what is required. It's very intangible. It's very hard to put a finger on it. It's very hard to describe. But yet we're trying very hard here to describe it. And I'm giving, or at least attempting to give you the tools with which to pry yourself out of these emotionally manipulative situations where you're just feeling yucky. You're feeling like life is mediocre, or it really handled you a pile of something that you don't want to be dealing with. And it has you kind of stuck in a turmoil of being unhappy. And so this is really sort of, the continual patterns of thought are ruminations. And these are kept in place and rehearsed by negative feelings. So believe it or not, when you continue to ruminate and think about this person, you are you're allowing that wound to continue to re-injure in the brain, in the body. So as we're discussing before, there's a cycle of thought. And then the thoughts create the neurochemicals, the neurohormones, which then send the feelings into the body and then create, what we experience as emotion. And you've got the autonomic nervous system, which is keeping your heart going, and your lungs breathing. You don't have to think about it. And these are largely 95% of the physical activities are done by the subconscious, the unconscious. You don't have to tell your cells to digest your food or how to grow. I mean, they're just doing. There's an intelligence within you that is directing that. And when we talk about really sort of the thoughts of, the repetitive thoughts of this person, or really, it really begins to then be, what is wrong with me? Why was I so dumb? Why did I waste this time? Am I too sensitive? So then the self-reproach comes, the self-criticism daggers begin, launching into a tirade, and then people begin to ruminate and then feel stuck in regret, or they've wasted time, or they've wasted money, or their career, it's too late for them. And the other common thing is not only that, but I'm too old now. I'm 65, I'm 72, feeling that it's too late for you, or how do I get it together now? Well, now is the best time for you. And when I really describe that, life is working, if you're here, everything is working to assist you. Life is not in a conspiracy against you. Life is in, colluding and coming together to assist you to be stronger. And when we talk about a quantum leap, or we talk about quantum healing, we're talking really about coming into a new energy space where really you're free of those ruminations totally. And if these have been rehearsed and memorized in your body, you repeat it over and over again. Like I've said before, you're brushing your teeth. I'm so mad at him. You're walking to work. Oh, this is awful with this person. You're re-solidifying the experience within your body, and your thoughts are keeping it in place, and then your body memorizes it and keeping the cycle going. It is rehearsed. It's like you keep reminding yourself of the wound. And an emotional wound, if you think of it like cells like a cancer, when you allow this, when you don't take control of your thoughts, which might seem difficult, which might seem hard, which might seem new, you are allowing sort of the injury, the abuse to perpetuate. In other words, you're allowing it to proliferate. You're allowing the cancer to stay stuck. You're allowing it to stay in that little place in your brain, and you're allowing that sort of to disrupt your everyday life. And so when we talk about the ruminations, that's exactly what it is. And so your inner voice has to be louder. You have to dissolve those ruminations, and no matter what excuses you're making for yourself, if it's a pity party or whatever, you tell yourself, it's too late, I wasted so much time, I look like a fool now, I have to move my job, all this, this is something for you you're now attending, you're now focusing on the solution. And what I really talk about is living in the solution. And it's a wonderful place to be, because then your life becomes anew. And then your life, wind begins to come under your feet. And basically, once you get the momentum going, there's an energy shift. And healing really is about that momentum. But to get there, your desire has to be louder, i.e. auditorily louder than the ruminations. In other words, your I am has to be bigger, bolder, stronger, embodying you more than the hurt with which had become inflicted upon you. So it just, once you get there, your energy changes and you realize that's what had happened. Okay, great. You had me in survival mode. You had me in struggle mode. You had me in hate mode. You had me in self-hate mode for however long period of time. But now I'm going to alchemize my time. I've learned from that. I'm compressing time. And now I have it. Now I have my I am. Now I have my now. It's now o'clock. Okay? So you're alchemizing all that time. It's done. You're compressing that down so that now it's kind of like away from you. And then you're now, forgive me, I dropped something there. So now you are in a position to have a voice, which is your own, which is your authentic self, which needs to speak up, which needs to be heard. Numerically, number one, by you, yours truly, yourself, you need to hear your voice. If no one else is validating you, backing you up, showing you the love, showing you the vacation, showing you the whatever it is that you're expecting or where you were let down, it's now time for your I am to get louder. And when I talk about healing through this, I am talking about healing through this totally, completely, 100%. No, toes left in the sand of, no dipping the toes back into the regret, into the living life catering to the narcissist. Zero, zip, nada. You are healed. You are on a whole nother stratosphere. You are embodying a whole new energy. And to do that, your I am, I want, I need, needs to be louder than the regrets, the pleads, the needs, the bringing you down, the ball and chain that has been in the relationship with a narcissist or the psychopath. Your I am needs to be louder than that. And when I talk about louder, I mean auditorily, I mean vocally, I mean speaking it out loud. So your voice then fills the room and fills your body. And if you need to do this in a car, if you need to do this outside, if you need to go and scream with your hands thrust in the air, I am free, I am me, I am whole, I am freedom, I am inspiration, I am myself. And if you really feel that with your body, in other words, your body is just pumping out when you say that. And I am love. I am deserving. I deserve better. If you can scream that out, your voice will get the attention of your subconscious mind, and your body will begin to go, whoa, there's something else in charge here. There's a new sheriff in town. And you begin to then feel that in your body, all the way to your toes. I deserve a better life. I deserve to have a better job. I deserve to focus. I deserve to be safe. I deserve to be free. I deserve to live my talent. I deserve to live my dream. I know what is best for me, and I'm going for it now. And, you know, it doesn't mean you're hurting others. It's just the sense that you're now embodying yourself, your dreams, your articulation, your desires. And it's filling you up 100% as separate and distinct from and distinguished from whatever the emotional manipulator had done. Your life story is now separate and distinct from that. So you're kind of like picking up the blueprint. You're putting, you know, blue pen to paper, and you're now, you know, creating what I call basically the map, you know, forward, the blueprint forward. It's the treasure map. So it's now taking a new detour, which is your life. You know, you were just on a detour. You're now basically back on path. But your vocalizations need to be such that they are filling your throat, filling your ears, filling your body, filling the room, filling the universe, you know, filling out the next 100 miles, 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles with your I am. Your I am needs to be that strong. And if you feel crazy doing it, perfect. You are doing the right thing. You need to scream it out. You need to feel it out. You need to clench it out. You need to know it out. Because once you do that, you enter into a know state. K-N-O-W. You enter into a know state where you have certainty, absolute power, absolute conviction, absolute focus, absolute commitment, absolute joy, absolute bliss. And you surrender, but you also receive. You surrender to receive. And when you do this, you receive the power with which you're seeking. And you might cry tears of joy. You might be astonished by how bold and how serious you are. But it's about time. It's about time you really get that feeling. And you're like, I am standing for it now. I am, you know, I'm on the stage of life, or wherever it is. I am taking my classes now. I am getting educated. I am living in a new part of town. I am moving. I am exercising. I am eating well. I am thinking well. And you're improving your self-communication, because that's really what needs to improve here. When you are stuck in the ruminations, you're just thinking the same thoughts that you were yesterday of how awful it was, how bad this was, yada, you know, you're keeping the same thoughts. You're not thinking anything differently. Hey, what if I tried this? What if I tried this? You know, you're not thinking in the creative realm. And really that is really what I feel that's where you begin to live, you know, where you begin to live in that space. And it's not like you have to be going crazy, but your I am to break free of that rumination and that sort of victim mode. You need to get out of that vocally entirely. You might speak louder. You might have more eye contact. You might hold your body with more assertive body language. You might carry yourself a little bit differently. You might walk like you mean business. You might carry a bigger bag. You might carry a bigger book. You might carry your recovery journal. You might carry your vision board. You might carry your affirmations. You might know what they are. You might live what they are. You might receive what they are. And when you do that, you're then creating the new loop. You're then solidifying the new circle. You're then finding the new circuit, the neuroplasticity to your real life that you want to live, separate and distinct from the horrible life that you had been going through. So you're solidifying the circle. You're completing the circle. You're becoming whole. Is it scary? Is it new? Is it awesome? Is it amazing? Is it blissful? Is it liberating? Is it freeing? Is it your life? Is that what it is to live? begin to articulate what it is to live. And once you get into that new cycle, that new loop, you're really empowered. Power is moving through you. Positive power, creative power that is, can move the mountains, can shake hands with the mountains, shake hands with the beaches of the world. Go out there and feel the beaches that you've always wanted to go to. Surprise yourself. Become the new person, basically, who you want to be with. Meaning, I am going to go, and I'm going to go to the big redwoods in California. I'm going to feel that bark. I'm going to feel the hundreds of years of that mammoth tree. I'm going to feel the strength, and I'm going to carry that strength within me. I'm going to go to the softest beaches. I'm going to put my feet in the sand, and twinkle my toes in there, and make a sand angel in my body. I'm going to dive in the most beautiful swimming waters of Haiti. I'm going to take a luxurious walk along a city street in uptown or wherever it is, and I'm going to see all the sights, sounds, and smells that are in that area where I've never been in, just for an afternoon. I'm going to go to a sewing shop, and I'm going to see the different fabrics, the different threads. I'm going to say hello to the people who work there and say, can you please show me how to make a pillow? Can you please show me how to make a comforter? Do you have any instruction books? You're going to go to a hardware store. You're going to go and learn about new tools, new woods, different things that you can do with your own workshop. Learning these things for yourself. Learning how to needlepoint. Learn how to blow glass. Learn how to paint. Learn how to run. Learn how to lift weights. Learn how to camp or go RVing. There's so many different things that you can learn that you want to do, that you deserve to do, and you have the means and the resourcefulness to do once you get into the I am that has been begging and pleading for acknowledgement and validation, until you really go through that phase of where you really scream it out and yell it out. I am, I deserve better. I am attracting the positive people. I am comfortable with the positive people in my life. I am so grateful that the positive people are approaching me now. I am so thrilled and excited that there's positive, intelligent people who I can meet and shake hands with, who can look me in the eye and show me how to get a better life. I am so grateful that I'm now comfortable with this. I am becoming more and more comfortable with this every single day. I'm becoming more and more comfortable with the new me. I'm becoming so much more certain and confident that life is working in my favor, and I accept it now, and I'll do the work, meaning I will open up my heart and mind so that we're working together here. And so when you do that, when you enter into that space, you're now living your life, and you're not looking behind you. You're not looking for any validation. It's between you, yourself, and God. How you're living your life. God is the one who knows. God is the one with the big picture. And I know we have a lot of people who are very spiritual and creative here. But when you do your acts of love and giving and service, it is for you, knowing that you are giving, knowing you are helping, knowing you are approving, know you are living the best life you can, and then meeting the people along the way who will assist you, support you, and delight and laugh with you. There are new people, there are new experiences waiting for you. You just need to draw them out. You need to get firm, you need to get solid, you need to get loud. You need to be like a boss on yourself. You need to get a little assertive and aggressive with yourself. If you've been meek and just kind of pansy-footing around, eventually someday I will feel better. You have to make that someday now. You have to make that someday now. If you keep putting it off, you're just solidifying the fact that you don't have what it takes. You don't have the resources. You don't have the smarts. You don't have the money. You don't have the ingenuity. You are basically, keeping yourself stuck. When you do have the resourcefulness, you do have the money. You can make the ends meet. You can improve your circumstances. You can create things. You can be resourceful. You can get things and put them on Etsy. You can go and get a job. You can, ask if you can volunteer. There are all sorts of things you can do, but you won't live in congruence until you get loud, you get serious, and you get committed. It is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.